So, as we all know, I really struggle with ADHD, and for the past couple of weeks or so, it really hit me hard, which is why I haven't really posted anything anywhere. I had an exam due, and we all know how that goes. It was due on the 11th, so I was like, the week before, I was like, I'm gonna cram. I'm gonna study up until the day that I need to take it. Didn't happen. And before that, it's all that I could think about. So, and unfortunately, because of that, because my mind can get so on just one track, nothing else existed. Really, nothing else existed. So I stopped checking Instagram, stopped checking YouTube, but right now, I finished the exam. I got a 100%, so we're gonna be back in full swing until the next exam. Hopefully it works out for me, because I would hate to get so burnt out that I can't do this anymore, but I'm hoping to avoid it. I'm hoping to avoid that. But what I really wanted to talk about was the very, very hard reality of living with ADHD for me. Because I feel like people will, I guess, what I'm trying to say is that some people who don't know the reality of living with it will attribute it to personal flaws, like you're being irresponsible, or you're being defiant, or you're being malicious, and that's not what it is. If you can see the surroundings around me, my room is a mess, and that's also one of the parts of it that I struggle with, is that because I'm working 4 days a week and I'm taking these online courses for my dog trainer stuff, and I've been on my own ass about doing YouTube stuff, it consumes my mind. So I can't do things like pick up laundry, fold clothes, clean my room, vacuum my floor. It's I'll do it every 2 weeks or so, which is a lot more frequent than it used to be. When I was in college, it was so bad. That's why I had to leave college. People who don't live with it don't understand what it feels like, because you start to hate yourself so much. You start to think to yourself, why can't I do what everybody else can do? I know so many people who work a full-time job, who are raising kids, who have pets, who have a healthy marriage, and they do it all effortlessly. And that is very confusing to me, because everything requires so much effort and energy out of me. And it might be it is part of ADHD, but it also could be my introverted nature to get so drained, especially by people, or by doing things like this. It takes a lot of effort from me, a lot of energy to just do stuff like this, because I have to portray myself in a way that's different from how I would in just a room alone. It can be very difficult for me to acclimate to new situations, especially new social situations. So I had just gotten used to the training part at work, and now they have me in the bathing section as well. So I had to basically learn a whole new job, only to work there once a week. I'm only once a week in bathing, and I do my other days in training, which is fine, but it takes the same amount of effort, though, even though it's only once a week. I still had to learn something new, and it still, it took the same amount of time. So it weighs heavy on your mind that, you seem to be going at a snail's pace compared to everybody else. All of my friends are engaged or married or having kids. And I'm in my room with my cats. 9 times out of 10, this is where I am. And like in the back of my mind, it's like, it's not fair. But also, I don't think I would want that anyway. And I think that I would be really miserable in a life like that. So part of me is grateful that I am the way that I am. But a part of me is also like, I crave that kind of connection. And like community, or like even like online, when you have ADHD and you're a part of Discord communities, you're a part of like Instagram, like the channels or whatever, where you can or like group chats or whatever, like you just forget about them. Like unless it becomes something that you are so fixated on, you just lose track of it, and so you don't keep up with people. Like maybe you'll make a few friends that you'll add on like Discord or Steam or something, but you'll never talk to them because it just, like, you have to go live your normal life, and then you come back and it's like it disappeared from your brain. Like object permanence is not a thing. I'm doing this absolutely without like a script or anything. I'm just spitballing. I'm just spitballing here because it's inauthentic when things like this are scripted. Another thing that really, really affects me with ADHD is the relationships that I have with people who spend the most time with me. Because ADHD it does affect your attention, but it affects your functioning a lot more because of the inability to regulate attention. So a lot of the things that I end up struggling with are things like I'll forget a fork on the counter, or I'll forget to put food away, or I'll forget to do just little things like that, but it really adds up over time because it's like every day. And it's not that I'm not aware, and it's not that I want to be that way, it's that like my brain is so like tunnel vision on the thing that it just ends up not happening. Like I'm aware of it. I've been aware of it for even before I was diagnosed. Like it's always been like a dreadful awareness of all of the ways that I suck. And all of it just kind of sucks, because then you get people who have this same affliction as you that are doing 10 times better. And it's very hard to not compare yourself, because like compared to where I was 2 years ago, I'm doing way better. But compared to where I want to be, I'm not doing that good. So it can be very hard to make that kind of judgment for yourself. Like basically, my biggest advice for anybody who has ADHD is to get somebody on the outside to tell you that you're doing fine. Especially when it comes from somebody who's not yourself, because then it like makes a connection in your head that other people are paying attention. And I think most of all, that is what we want, especially especially me with ADHD. I like it when people notice things about me, because I won't always notice them about myself. It won't always recognize in my brain that like I'm spending 3.5 weeks by myself in my room sleeping is not the best thing, but it's what I want in that moment, even though it might not be good for me. I can't really think of anything else to talk about, so I guess that'll be it for now.